Good morning. I'm Caitlin with Wiregrass Daily News, and I'm here with Mr. Trace Watson, who is running for Cowarts Town Council, Place 5. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm glad you allowed me to come in today.
Well, thank you for being here. So, I just have a few questions for you.
Okay.
So, the first question is, what do you see as the primary responsibility as a Cowarts Town Councilman?
So what I see as the primary responsibility is be able to get um, people involved in our government. I want to have transparency and accountability in the government, and just be a servant for the people, or be a leader for the people.
How do you plan to balance your role as a town councilman with other elected officials and departments?
So I want to work together with whoever the council may be. When we had the election, I want to work together with them as a team. I think it's crucial that we have a good relationship with the council, so we can get issues passed and work on issues together, and just be able to talk about them as a team and move forward with them, move forward with the town.
What specific skills or experiences do you bring to the table that will make you an effective town councilman?
So some of the skills that I think that I can bring to the table is good people skills, being personable with people. Um, I think that I have good communication skills with people and being real personable with them, and that's just how I've always been. I've always been able to talk to people. So,
How do you plan to involve the community in decision making and ensure that their voices are heard?
so my plan to involve the community in my decision making is if we have a big issue going on within our town, I want to have public hearings about it, get people in, get people to voice their opinions on it before we make a big decision for the town. I want to go out, see people, see, knock on doors, who it's going to affect, knock on doors of who it's going to affect within the town, and just get their opinions on it. Uh, I want to be, I want to be I want to work for the people and with them at the same time.
How do you plan to support local economic development and attract new businesses to Cowarts?
So the way that I plan on doing that, you know, bringing in new businesses, want to provide some incentives for the business to come to Cowarts. Um, Give them, a reason to come to Cowarts. Uh, we have a lot of good reasons to come to Cowarts, and just want to provide them with them incentives. Also, touching on that, with businesses coming to Cowarts, we want to attract new residents to come to Cowarts. We're growing day by day. Um, and right now there's some things that's, I believe, harming our growth within the town. And so that's why I want to work to not only attract new businesses, new economic development, but also attract residents to come to Cowarts. Because if you don't have residents in Cowarts, it's going to be hard to attract economic development to come to Cowarts.
What steps will you take to ensure that taxpayer dollars are spent efficiently and responsibly?
So going back to what I said about the public hearings and stuff like that, I want to have public input on everything that we do, on big issues, small issues. I want people to be at the meetings. I want people to voice their opinions, and just listen to people. Be transparent with them.
What are your priorities for improving infrastructure in Cowarts?
So my priorities for improving the infrastructure is the first thing we've got to do is improve relationships with Houston County. That's the first thing that we've got to do on day one. Whoever's on the council, we've got to improve the relationship with the county so that they can come and help us work on our roads. We've got a few dirt roads in the town that if I lived down them, I'd be mad myself. And we need to get those fixed for those residents, and also we need to work together and get make sure that our other roads are in drivable conditions and safe conditions as well. So that's my plan on doing that, is working with the county and improving that relationship with them.
How do you plan to ensure that public services like police, fire, healthcare are accessible, efficient, and adequately funded?
So the way I plan on doing that is going back to strengthening relationships with the county. I want to work with the sheriff's department, build a strong relationship with them, have them involved in our community, coming to our community and patrolling. And we don't really have a lot of crime in Cowarts right now. But I still want to have a strong relationship with the sheriff's department. And also I want to have a strong relationship with our volunteer fire department. They do a great job for us in Cowarts, and I'm proud of them and proud of what they do for everybody. And so, yeah, that's how I plan on making sure that's available for our residents.
Mhm. What is your plan to improve public safety in Cowarts while ensuring equal treatment of all residents?
So the way that I plan on improving public safety in our town is, like I said, working with the sheriff's department, working with our volunteer fire department, and just making sure that our volunteer fire department has all the resources they need for all of our residents and stuff like that.
What steps will you take to address climate change, manage waste, and protect natural resources in Cowarts?
So the way that I plan on doing that, climate change, managing the waste, and protecting all of our natural resources, I'm working with several people right now to uh, see about bringing a recycling program to Cowarts, and so that way, we can have recycling bins in Cowarts for people to recycle and improve the environment. But I'm still working on that with some people right now, so I'd have to get back with you on that to really tell you my plan about it.
How will you work to ensure that there are adequate resources and programs for the youth in Cowarts?
So the way that I plan on bringing the youth in, having the youth involved in Cowarts and playing in Cowarts, we've got pickleball courts, we've got a walking trail, we've got disc golf, we've got stuff like that. And the way that I plan on bringing more youth in, we have several travel ball teams in this area, several baseball teams, travel ball teams. So I want to bring some batting cages. I want to see about building some batting cages in our town, right there with the walking trail and all that. Building a batting cage, so if somebody comes home one night and says, "Hey, I want to go hit some balls," they can just come right to Cowarts. They can come to Cowarts. They ain't got to go anywhere else to go to a batting cage. And eventually down the road, I want to see maybe some ball fields brought to Cowarts. I want to see stuff like that. So it brings people to Cowarts and gets them there to be in our community more.
How do you plan to address homelessness in the district, and what role will local government play in providing solutions?
Well, homelessness within Cowarts right now is at a low. We may have a couple come in every once in a while, but you know, if we do have somebody come and needs help, uh, as the town, we'll try to help them, get them, what they need, and just take care of them. And whether it be us as the town, or we can go to one of the churches within the town, work with them, and see about getting them a place to sleep or something like that, and just get them some stuff that they need at the time.
How do you plan to ensure transparency in your decision making and in the allocations of resources?
So the way that I plan on having transparency in my decision, it ain't just like I said earlier. It's not just about me; it's about the council.
Mhm.
We've got to work together as a team. There's no I in team, and so the way that I plan on having transparency within our town is having public input, having public opinions, bring people in for public hearings, and I encourage people to come to public hearings and voice their concerns, voice their opinions, So that way we know what's going on in the community and they can, tell us about it and we can see about getting a solution to their needs.
Why are you running for Cowarts Councilman, Place 5, and what motivates you to serve in this capacity?
So the reason why I'm running for Cowarts Town Council is because I'm tired of seeing relationships, be thrown out the window, relationships with Houston County. And I want to bring those relationships back, strengthen the relationships with the county. And the thing that motivates me the most is I'm married. My wife and I have a 15-month-old daughter, Ivy Kate. That's why I'm motivated to run and make a change in the community, because I'm not just looking at now, I'm looking at future generations. I want the future generations to have, what I had growing up in Cowarts, a fair government that would listen and, respond the way that they should respond.
Well, thank you so much, Trace, for coming in and talking to me today, and good luck with your election.
Thank you for having me today. And thank you for allowing me to come in so you can ask me these questions. And so that way I can get my platform out to the people of Cowarts. I hope the people of Cowarts sees that it's time for a change in our town. And I think that I can be the change that we need in the town. So on August the 26th, I just ask the people of Cowarts to vote for Grace Watson for Cowarts Town Council, Place 5, so we can make Cowarts great again.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.